Attention doesn't start when you open your mouth. It starts in the first 3 seconds before you've said a word, before you even made a single gesture. See, most people spend years working on the wrong things, chasing money, status, perfection, genetics, while completely ignoring the silent signals that actually make people turn their heads. I'm going to show you exactly how those signals work, why most men are accidentally broadcasting the wrong ones, and how changing just a few specific things can completely reshape how people react to you. Let me ask you something and be honest. When was the last time you actually looked at your face and thought about what it's communicating? No, not in some kind of vain way, in a strategic way. Because whether you realize it or not, your face is already sending signals. The question is, are they the right ones? Most guys treat their appearance like it's supposed to be natural. They avoid grooming because they think trying is somehow weak or fake. But here's the thing, broski. Neglect doesn't look natural. It looks careless, and careless reads as low effort, which reads as low value. Let's start with the most obvious thing, your hair. If your haircut doesn't work with your face shape, everything feels slightly off and people can sense it even if they can't explain what's going on. Round faces need height and clean sides to create definition. Longer faces need balance to avoid looking stretched. Square faces need control without adding bulk. See, a clean fade, sharp edges, intentional styling, these things all create clarity, and clarity leads to confidence. Then there's your eyebrows. Yeah, I know, eyebrows. Sounds trivial, right? But they're not. They quietly determine how awake, focused, or careless you appear. Left completely untouched, they blur your expression and make you look less sharp. Just a little cleanup anchors your entire face. Your eyes, they suddenly look more alert. Your expression becomes more defined. People feel your presence before they can consciously even register why. Alright, on to facial hair. This is where a lot of guys sabotage themselves without even realizing it. Okay, facial hair forces a binary decision. It's either intentional or it's just visual noise. Patchy growth weakens your presence. Clean lines strengthen it. A shaped beard frames your jaw. Light stubble sharpens your features as long as it's even. And if your growth just isn't there, a clean shave always looks better than a half-committed effort that was thrown away because you couldn't get it to look right. This single decision removes confusion from your appearance. And confusion, well, that always weakens attraction. But there's something most people never think about. Hygiene that you can't see, but people can feel. Bad breath. Dry lips. These are subtle signals that trigger either closeness or distance. Bad breath silently pushes people back without them even realizing why. Dry lips? That signals neglect. Small corrections here change how comfortable people feel standing near you, and comfort decides how long their attention is actually going to last. And underneath all of this is something even more fundamental. Awareness. Most guys let their face rest low, jaw slack, eyes dull, expression absent. What happens is that it creates this low energy presence that reads as tired or disengaged, even if you're not. But a conscious neutral face, that changes everything. Jaw slightly engaged, eyes awake, expression calm but present. The moment that shifts, people start processing you a little differently. But here's where it gets tricky. You can dial in your face perfectly and still something sabotages you, and most guys have no idea that it's even happening. Your skin is either working for you or against you, and for most guys, it's quietly undoing all the progress that you're making everywhere else. Now, here's a simple problem. Skin doesn't respond to motivation. It depends on systems. You can buy the most expensive product in the market and still break out if your environment and your habits stay the same and they suck. So let's start with something nobody talks about, your bed sheets. They're collecting oils, sweat, and bacteria every single night, and Lord knows what else keep a black light out of your room. Then, you're lying in that environment for 8 hours, letting all that gook transfer back onto your face and your skin. Changing your sheets regularly is damage control. It reduces the constant re-exposure that keeps your skin inflamed in the first place. Now, once people feel comfortable being near you, there's another signal that starts working, one that bypasses logic entirely. Man, let me tell you, smell enters the brain faster than anything else. It skips logic, it goes straight to emotion, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. A clean, subtle scent creates this strange sense of familiarity, even with people who've never met you before. It's kind of like your presence feels known somehow. Warm notes ground you, fresh notes energize. When balanced correctly, scent suggests both stability and vitality at the exact same time. But here's a critical part. Too much destroys the entire effect. Heavy application overwhelms people and triggers discomfort instead of intrigue. Light application, 2 to 4 sprays at natural heat points, that lets the scent unfold slowly. It creates curiosity instead of, nasal assault. Now, here's the cool thing. Over time, if you wear the same fragrance consistently, it becomes a part of your identity. People start associating that scent with you. Someone smells that same note days later completely out of context, and they're gonna think of you without even knowing why. That association builds quietly in the background with any effort on your part. So for the love of all that is holy, make sure it's a good scent and not something like, cabbage and beans. Listen, clothing speaks before you do, and most guys are accidentally saying the wrong freaking things. Loud graphics scatter attention. They make people focus on your shirt instead of on you. Clean lines focus attention back where it belongs. Neutral colors create stability. They don't demand validation or approval. They feel grounded, predictable, and calm. So here's something that most people get wrong. Tailoring beats branding every single time. A properly fitted basic outfit will outperform expensive designer pieces that fit poorly. This is a fact. Structure will always beat trend. Hemmed pants, fitted shoulders, clean lines, simple combinations, these create clarity. One subtle accessory adds intention without distraction. More than that, everything just becomes noise. Now, here's the thing people don't realize. Style doesn't create confidence. It amplifies whatever's already there. When your clothes fit well, your posture improves naturally. Your movements become smoother. People interpret that ease as self-assurance even though all you did was wear clothes that, actually fit for once. And what's crazy is once your presence stabilizes, social interactions stop feeling like work. Social skill isn't about tricks or scripts or memorized lines. It's about being comfortable with yourself, and when you're comfortable, other people feel it. A genuine smile relaxes people. Forced expressions create tension. Eye contact holds attention when it feels natural, not when you're trying too hard. Names create instant recognition. Remembering them and actually using them builds familiarity faster than almost anything else. Now here's something counterintuitive. Having opinions makes you memorable. Agreement makes you invisible. You don't need to be controversial, you just need to have a perspective. Curiosity gives you endless material to engage with without forcing conversation. Reading, hobbies, genuine interest in the world, all of that feeds your curiosity and makes you more interesting by default. And once social interaction stabilizes, there's one more layer that amplifies everything else. Skills anchor confidence in a way that nothing else can. No affirmations, no motivational speeches here, just evidence. When you actually know how to handle situations, it changes your posture from the inside out. It shifts how you stand, how you speak, how you move through the world. Physical skills build body awareness and control, which is nice. Practical skills build independence and trust. Even basic competence creates reliability. And when you master one skill at a time, confidence compounds. You're not imagining your potential, you're pointing to real ability. People respect confidence instinctively. They lean toward people who can actually handle things. And that respect quietly amplifies attraction without any extra effort. Sounds crazy, but it's true. See, when competence aligns with appearance, hygiene, scent, style, posture, and social ease, attraction stops feeling intentional. It just becomes background noise. Reactions change without explanation. Attention is held for longer. Your presence feels heavier. That's why the shift feels fast once it starts. Each layer supports the next. Momentum builds quietly in the background, and once it gets going, it rarely reverses. You want it to be background noise because you're going to get noticed, you're going to get seen, and people aren't going to know why, and that only adds to the air of mystery. So here's what you do next. Apply one change today, just one. Then move to the next video and keep stacking wins. Because attraction isn't magic, it's signals. And now you know exactly which ones matter the most.